Interesting article on ZDNet today about working from home in 2021. There's going to be a hybrid between working from home and working virtually remote. So one of the things they talk about is work from home will become work from anywhere, called WFX. Interesting little acronym. But basically people are relocating outside of urban centers to work wherever they want, going from New York to Denver, going from LA to Idaho. And I've heard about it a lot with my peers, and it seems to be happening more. More people are also spending more time with their family doing this WFX, which is great in the grand scheme of balance. And of course, they have to balance that with productivity. We're hearing a lot more about workations. I know that I'm able to, working from my home here in Manhattan Beach and Las Vegas, to do more hikes and get out and walk more. But I'm typing while I walk, so there's a lot of work happening too. And this might change American culture. This might have a big effect on American culture over the long haul. So companies have invested millions of dollars in productivity, and the ZDNet article that I'm reading about working from anywhere elaborates on the idea that companies are really going to need to invest in engagement technologies, not just Slack or Asana or Google or Microsoft cloud technologies, but they're going to need to engage workers remotely. What's engagement? Engagement is passion. It's connection to a team, passion for what they're doing. And companies are really going to have to invest in this to get the most out of their employees. This will eventually be a competitive advantage. The companies that can do this well will be able to retain the best talent, keep them focused, have them not doing side gigs as their primary gigs while they're fully employed. And the thing about this from an engagement and passion side, from the worker side, workers are really going to need to be engaged and be passionate in order to find advancement opportunities. That's still going to show through. And if you are passionate about what you do, that is going to put you on the fast track to getting a promotion and advancement. So one good point that the ZDNet article I'm reading on 2021 working from home brought up is that companies that are ill-equipped for hybrid work or even working remotely virtually are going to have a hard time retaining talent, getting people motivated and passionate, and just having productivity. So there's going to be an adaptation where there could be the worst of both worlds, where there's less productivity at home and disconnected even at work from the information you worked when you're at home or working remote. So employers are going to need to adapt to new digital technologies to allow people to work fluidly, whether they're remote or whether they're working in person. And then meetings are going to change, right? Because you're going to have a lot of people that should be in a meeting, not in the office. So we're going to have to make meetings more interactive, more virtual. We're going to need the technology to do that. So companies, if you haven't invested in the digital technologies for collaboration in this hybrid WFX, work from anywhere environment, you're definitely going to want to take a look at that. Part of what the ZDNet article that I'm reviewing stated is that the heartland and mid-America might see less brain drain, people moving from, let's say, Michigan to rural Michigan to New York, or moving from Arizona to Los Angeles. And rather than move around, people might just stay where they are, because virtual work is allowing companies to hire people remotely and not have as much demand to move and relocate. So many workers will stay in their regional hubs, Boulder, Nashville, or even Idaho, like I said, which isn't a bad place to be in the summer. I'm not a cold guy, but and this may really make the need to be more interactive with these employees become much more important and have more digital tools to help them. So look for Mid-America to have less brain drain because of the remote work trend and actually norm. So part of the collateral damage with the pandemic, as was brought up in this ZDNet article, is that young workers have less of an opportunity for mentorship. You know, I remember talking to somebody just graduated from college at the beginning of the pandemic saying, what do I do? And the recommendation was, you know, you might want to stay in school a little bit longer and get an advanced degree, because the competition for the jobs that you were shooting for is going to be, with all the unemployment, is going to be now in competition with even people who are mid-level in their career, or even maybe people that are senior in their career might be changing what they're looking for and going for different jobs. So, but the problem is that young people relied on in-office opportunities for mentorship, and they're not getting that as much now. So I love helping young people in their career. I'm advising multiple young technologists and AI and blockchain experts on where they should go in their career. So don't hesitate to reach out to me, please. But we need to figure out how to help young people get mentorship virtually.